And of course, people would want to know what will America's future relationship be with Russia. Now, I just want to quote the recent interview with the Times. Yeah? Now, Trump actually floated the idea of reviewing sanctions on Russia. Now, if Vladimir Putin was prepared to move away from confrontation, he actually said they have sanctions on Russia. Let's see if we can make some good deals with Russia. For one thing, I think nuclear weapons should be way down and reduced very substantially. That's part of it. But Russia's hurting very badly right now because of sanctions. I think something can happen that a lot of people are going to benefit. Professor Parfit. So let's understand where will, what kind of relations that U.S. is going to have with Russia on this?
That is really quite unclear because Trump's personal position towards Russia seems very favorable. And of course, there are all kinds of rumors floating around about what kind of data various Russian security services hold on Trump. What kind of credence we can apply to that is very questionable. But certainly it does seem that Trump has been making positive overtures towards Russia. Putin, who is probably one of the more accomplished international politicians in the world today, no matter what you think of him, that's not a comment on his ethics, but he is probably a very accomplished politician, has certainly been making a charm offensive towards the American administration, completely ignored the negative expulsions that Obama made at the end of his administration, and has said, well, we will wait and see what happens with the new administration. So certainly it looks as though Trump and Putin have some sort of relationship, some sort of simpatico, if one wants to put it that way. But also one has to note that, for example, Trump's suggested appointment for the Secretary of State for Defense was taking a very, very traditionalistic attitude, pro-NATO, and very skeptical of Russia. Both of which are positions that seemed on the face of it to stand very much against what Trump is saying, because Trump has been saying, for example, that NATO is obsolete and of course has been making the friendly noises towards Russia. But his nominee for the Secretary for Defense seems to be, he's a retired Marine general, and he seems to have the rather traditionalistic attitudes towards defense that one might expect from somebody from that kind of background. Now, how is that going to play out? Let's bear in mind that also there are the limits in Congress that you were mentioning. John McCain is on an influential military-related committee. So Trump is not on the best of terms. He's on much worse terms with McCain than he is with Putin. So, it's questionable how much he will get past McCain. And also, one thing that also has to be remembered is that although there is a Republican majority in Congress, Trump has promised to be a spending president. And a substantial number of those Republicans are Tea Party representatives who have been traditionally very anti-spending. So it's a very confused kind of picture. It's very hard to see what's actually going to emerge from this. And there are a number of Trump's nominees for his cabinet who are actually making noises that are in distinct contrast to what Trump is saying himself. What will actually come of this, we have yet to see.